I'm Rene and Vos. We farm in the North Waikato. We milk 320 cows, run a bit of beef and our young stock as well. In the North Waikato it gets very wet and very dry, and so we were looking at building a feed pad for wintering. Like, we wanted to be able to keep the cows off for longer periods of time when the hills were really wet. So we started looking at covered feed pads, but we wanted to keep them off the concrete as well, so that's when we started looking into compost barns really. We were feeding a lot in the paddocks, so the maize, we're feeding it in the barn here now, and there's very minimal wastage. Automatically I think we'll get a production gain out of that as well. My target's to do 500 solids a cow. We were doing about 440, 450 anyway, and we're not dealing with effluent at all. It'll be once a year, we'll probably clean some of it out with a digger and replace something along the edges here. But yeah, overall I think I can't see us cleaning the whole thing out all the time. Like, we'll be topping it up and we'll be replacing some of it because we were worried about having to replace the bark too often. That's one of our biggest costs to start off with. From what I've learned, there's a lot of guys going 5 to 7 years and still going, topping it up and replacing parts of it. We've actually got two sides to the shed. We can use one as a feed pad, and we've been calving in this side, so there's no more running around the paddocks, no more bikes getting stuck in the mud, there's no more calves being lost. It's just all contained. It's just easy. It takes us like 15 minutes to get the cows and calves out. The cows are just way more settled, and you can just about touch every single cow. We had a quiet herd to start with, but they're all quiet now. When you let the cows out in the morning, you really want to rip it straight away. Little things like we were letting the springers out before we fed them in the barn, and they were upset going to the paddock. We fed them first in the barn, and it settled them right down, and it just changed the whole cow. It's the first time I've not started work before 8 o'clock in the morning. You lie in bed at night and you can hear the rain on the roof, and usually my blood pressure would be through the roof, and I couldn't sleep at all, knowing the cows were making a mess. Whereas this year, I just rolled over and thought it sounded awesome. Like, I've never had that before. When we were looking at different buildings and designs, the thing that stood out for me was we have the vent up along the top roof here, and it's all covered in. Like, the air can move through the barn and out, yet the water doesn't come in here and make all this wet. Like, all our feed's nice and dry. It's really enjoyable standing in here when it's pouring down with rain. There's just nothing getting wet at all. Like, on the outside overhangs, the feed's dry, the cows are dry. Overall, we haven't had any rain coming into the shed at all. Working with Aztech has been good. Like, we built our calf shed through them, and it was a good process then. We've got power lines running through the farm here. Aztech spent a lot of time trying to get consent to build the barn here, basically. They did a good job dealing with all that. It can be quite a big process, but it can be quite an enjoyable process too, and I quite enjoyed it because I was quite hands-on and quite involved, and I believe we've got something here that ticks all the boxes. It's been a bit of a game changer, really.